is what you got for me.
Durag Diaries, yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Spurs of the moment. And you guys know what time it is by now. Everything Tottenham in this moment. But before we get into any of that, hey, it's been a while. It has well and truly been a while. I can only say my apologies, people. I did disappear for like a week. We've disappeared. The channel just went quiet. I did plan to have some videos out, but I was generally just so busy working, doing some other stuff. So I didn't get that much time. I didn't get much time to do any editing. I didn't get much time to do any videos. I did actually shoot a video that I was going to release, but the lighting and everything was so bad that man was just like, yo, this probably isn't worth releasing. Like, I can even show you guys. You think I'm lying? I done a Brighton match review and the lighting was terrible. You can't even see me. So I was just like, yo, you know me, perfectionist and that. Let's not release that one. But it's cool. We're here. We're back, and you guys know what time it is. The one thing that I'm not happy about is, hey, we're still on that road to 5K. So it is onwards and upwards. We got to try and put that consistency back in to try and make sure we deserve it. But make sure you are sharing it with your people, them getting it around. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to your boy. Road to 5K is real soon. And then away from that, if you forgot already, this video is now sponsored by Match Bingo. Make sure you guys get involved. You must be 18, a UK resident. And all you have to do is scan this QR code, use promo code DRD to get involved, and you get a 200% depository bonus. So if you deposit £5, you get a little £10 or £15 top up. And when you do get involved and you do play, what you can do is you can buy a card. In this card, each card has 15 teams. As the teams score, it will turn purple. If you get one line, you get a prize. 2 line, also get a prize. And then 3 line is the jackpot. You get the full house. So, yeah, look, people, you can get involved. Scan that QR code or use the link in the description of the video. But away from that, big up to everyone. Hope everyone's well. You know what I mean? What we need to talk about is a few things, to be fair. We can catch up just in general, but the Durag is here. The Durag is on because you guys know where it is by now. Spurs won yesterday, and I have to say, I did watch the game. I watched most of the game, but I did also miss so I see the first half, and then I'll turn it off. Well, I saw it from minute 10 or something like that to minute 45. And then I watched the second half for like the first 25 minutes, and then I'll just turn it off because I was like, yeah, look, it's pretty much game, set, match at this point. Don't need to look into it too much. But, hey, on this one, Luca Williams' Barnet debut, we might have our very own Max Dowman. You know, the Arsenal fans over there are feeling extra nice about him right now, and he's had some really, really bright appearances. But we have our very own 16-year-old coming out of the ranks in Luca Williams Barnet, man, like LWB. And he's a problem. Yesterday looked very bright. It was only, 7 or 8 minutes that he was on the pitch. But in the little touches that he did get, leading up into that offside goal, which I didn't even know how Brennan Johnson missed that. I'm going to be so real. I don't know how Brennan Johnson missed that. But away from that, was a good little touch, good little drop of the shoulder, finding his man out on the left-hand side. Do I need to put in a referral code? Yes. So that is it. The promo code is the referral code. Use promo code DRD or go to the link in the description. Let me post the link in the chat. Let me do that because I'm making it very, very difficult for everyone. I'll post the link in the chat. If you just link. I hope you've scanned it. Even if you don't play, just set up an account, you know, like show some love to your boy. It helps the channel grow. It helps the sponsor show some more love. And maybe some more sponsors are going to be coming this way. They're going to be coming your boy's way, hopefully. So let's see about that. I'll post that link. But Yeah, like yesterday, I don't think it was a better win. But at the same time, the lag is back as well. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Yeah. It will take you to the app to download the app. Then when you go into the app, you use the promo code. Just do that. It will take you to do all of that stuff. And yes, you are not lying. The lag is also back, and that's why we haven't done a watch along, because the lags are crazy right now. But let's see. Big up to Mustafa in the building. Good afternoon, my bro. Paulinho bicycle kick. How could I forget to mention this? Paulinho. Do you know what it is? It's one of those ones. I want to call it a bicycle kick. It slightly wasn't, but look, it slightly was at the same time. He has been very good though. Paulinho is, and although it was only a loan signing, definitely one of the best signings we've had this window, but also in the central midfield area of the pitch, I think it might be one of the better signings in the Premier League. Loan value 25, 28 million or something like that. Sorry about that. So yeah, with him, the value, you talk about a deal that's probably going to be around 28 to 30 million pounds, all in, for his age, his experience. Man went in at centre back yesterday. I had a bit of questions. I thought Thomas Frank might have been a fraud. Because I thought, when I'm looking at the team, like Archie Gray at centre back, dog. Man, them cooked Ange all season last year for the Archie Gray at centre back stuff. And I thought I was going to see Archie Gray at centre back again. All for him to go Paulinho. And I was like, do you know what? Makes sense. Archie Gray going forward is definitely a little bit better. On the ball, technically efficient. It made sense. It made sense. And it was like, put the experienced player behind him so he knows somebody can guide him at times. So I thought, I was so close. I was always going to go, oh, Thomas Frank, I don't like that. I was going to do it, but look, it worked. It was only Doncaster. So for me in those games, I don't really try to take in too much tactics. Like, there's only so much you can learn tactically from a game where you're superior in every position. So for me, look, it was a good little learning curve of the sense of we can understand the limits of some of these players, the Johnsons, the Tells, who just missed chance after chance after chance yesterday. You would have expected them both to score a couple. Johnson, obviously, right at the end, managed to get on a score sheet with a marauding run through the middle of the pitch. And they're the types of runs I'd like to see Johnson make. I'd like to see Johnson come on the pitch, running through the middle, drifting in, whether that's the right side or the left-hand side, make an inwards run that swerves, and you catch the defenders out because you're running in between the defenders. And someone like Xavi Simons, it wasn't him in that sense, but someone like Xavi will find a lot of those passes through the lines. So I'd expect to see more of that, but put the ball in the back of the net, got another goal, and we can't really be mad. We can't really be mad, but I do think it overall probably wasn't the best of performances. Definitely could have been better. I think we could have had a few more goals. Could have been a bit more cleaner in the front line. But what ultimately it was what was expected. That is it. It was what was expected for this type of game when you're going with second string teams. A lot of players getting their first starts. That's what it was. It was just what was expected. But look, big up to everyone inside. It's crazy. Yeah. That's literally it. I opened up a new tab. I tried to go into my files and it just went. Well, big up to my guy, Mr. U. Daniel says, big up, Jords. Big up to Mr. E. Paulinho was at centre back. Yes, you are right about that. Big up to my guy, Godfrey. Said, Jords, big up, G. I hope you're good. I hope you're good as well, Godfrey. Long time no see. Your boy is back. And we're back. We're back. We're willing to work harder, do a few more streams, and get straight back into the flow of everything. Obviously, this weekend, we got a game against Wolves, late kickoff, 8 p.m. on a Saturday, which I'm getting used to these ones. I'm slightly getting used to them. Like, I can deal with that 8 p.m. on a Saturday. It gives you football all throughout the day, going up into the nighttime. And I suppose literally, you can be kicked up, feet back in the sofa from 2 till about 10 p.m. So that is my plan. My plan would just be to watch all the games, obviously watch the Tottenham and Wolves game, which I very, very much look forward to. I missed the Brighton game because I was away. I was in America, and the time difference, I'll be so real. You see how Lee reform, man like Lee versus Lee. What is his name now? I don't even know. But Lee tries to diss USA fans, yeah? I'm going to be honest. The USA fans, I have way more respect for them now. I tried to wake up to watch the game. It was like 10 o'clock. And I did catch it. I caught quite a few bits of it. But I was knackered. And I was thinking, bro, I've just opened my eyes and there's football on. I tried to watch the Everton and Liverpool one, but I opened my eyes. It was 7:30. And I was like, yo, I'm going straight back to sleep. I've not got the motivation to wake up that early to watch another team's game. So for me, I have so much respect for those fans. Big up to all the USA fans, you know, holding it down, the international fans, watching at mad different times. That's what I had to do when I used to live in St. Lucia. Yeah, bro. Bro, it's mad. My time difference was only like 5-6 hours as well. So it wasn't even crazy. There's some man with like a 7-9 hour time difference, which I can imagine got you waking up at like 4 or 5 a.m. most of the time. But yeah, it's just mad. It's mad. I'll be real. Like watching football in the morning's not the one. It's not the one. Well, smash the likes, people. Come on, man. The return of Jords. I am back. Smash the likes if you want to show some love. I said the Thomas, the Frank engine. All a fucking board. Sorry for the language, you know. We're just going proper geezer mode. We are back. Big up to Jords and the chat. Smash the likes. What's been going on in the world of Tottenham? I'll be real. I need you guys to catch me up because 6 days away, I've not been on Twitter like that. I've not been. I've not been looking at the Spurs news. Obviously, I've seen the Doncaster. I've returned. I came home the day before yesterday, so obviously I was back for Doncaster. I see the Luke and Williams Barnet stuff. But away from that, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've missed loads of things. I saw something regarding an investment that I need to look into a bit more so I can catch up. I know usually I'm filling you guys in on the information so you don't have to do this, but I'm going to need some people to fill me in on the information. Let me know what's going on in the world of Tottenham. Mr. Udang, if you can send some articles, we can react to it together. You know what I mean? Like, but let me know. Brighton game was dog shit. Okay. See, look, I watched the highlights and I see bits of the Brighton game. Like, and when I mean bits, I might watch 10 minutes, then had to turn it off, and then watch another 10 minutes, then turn it off. So I probably watched 25 to 30 minutes across the full game. Yeah. But in that game for me, I heard a lot of people talking bad about Odobert. I thought Odobert was all right. I liked what I saw from Odobert. Again, I watched extended highlights in about 25, 30 minutes of full game. So I may have missed the opportunities when he had the opportunity to press button, but he wasn't pressing trigger. So if I've missed that, then that's fine. But from what I saw of him, I think he looked decent. He looked positive. He was trying to run at his man. He was trying to cause a problem. And even the own goal that we scored yesterday, that came from Odobert doing exactly what we want from him. That's what Odobert does so well. If you ever see him play for the under-21s, you ever watched him for Burnley, if you've ever seen his best parts, is when he gets down the line, runs at his man, takes it wide, and then cuts it back across goal. Just work your man, work to the byline and beat your man. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see from him. So I think he's a decent player. I think he's done some decent stuff, but I get a lot of sentiment of fans where people want to see more. For them, they've seen him. They'll be like, oh, he's been here for a year. This ain't good enough. But people seem to forget that the first 6 months of him being here, let's forget the first month because he did play and he looked decent. But then he was missing for 6 months from injury. So technically, he's only had like 7-8 months as a Spurs player playing football. I feel like we need to give him some time to grow into himself. Like, yeah, there are some excuses, and I like to go easy on some of the younger players. Now, when we're getting towards the end of the season, do I need to see him be a bit more clinical in his style of play? You know, are you going to be a man that consistently beats your man and put a cross in, or are you going to be a man that consistently beats your man and shoot? Show me what type of player you want to become. But regardless, I need you to create chances. That's the biggest thing here. Be a winger that creates chances. Come on the pitch, beat your man, create a chance. So I need that part of his game to develop on a consistent basis, but he does have all the elements to bring it together. He's just very raw at this moment in time. I ain't waking up earlier than midday to watch football, and I hear it, bro. Like an 11:30, 12 kickoff, even to me, is sometimes early. And that's not because I've just woke up. That's just because, you know, you wake up at 8, 9, you're getting your body ready and shit. But I hope you exhausted them enough so my local team in League One can beat them at the weekend. Well, they look pretty decent, innit? I don't think Doncaster look bad at all. But it's just been a meltdown about rotation. People need to trust Frank. Okay. So that's just typical Spurs. Meltdown, yeah. Spurs fans just want a reason to have a meltdown at this point. They just want to have a reason to have a meltdown. Like you say there, I've been rage baiting the community. Is that what he's been on? The Ange bounce never happened for Wolfie. That's one. Yeah, I was watching a bit of Let's Talk Football, or Let's Talk Ball, the show, the 4 p.m. show that's gonna be happening today. I watched last week's one, and Wolfie got cooked, man. Wolfie got cooked. But Brighton game was not dog shit. What we dominated and lost because of 2 mistakes. That's the thing. I saw it. Obviously, we made a mistake for the first goal, and the second goal, that was a banger. Like, you can't do much when they score a banger. All you can do is focus on getting back into the game. So, in that sense, like, I don't think it was terrible. But Jords in a Brighton game, it was terrible. Odegaard was buns. I can't lie, even come from me, and I'm an Odegaard supporter. Bears, I think people, look, again, I didn't watch the full game, so I can't have a strong opinion and be like, nah, he was definitely this. All right, let's see this. Mr. Udang sent me a little article regarding this financial stuff. All right, we'll have a little bit of read of that. I'll leave that over there. We've got that open. But now look, I'll have to take you guys' words for it. I trust E. I trust you guys in the chat. You guys saying he was terrible that day, then fair, isn't it? But I think he'll definitely come good. Like many of the people said. I think Odegaard is good, but he keeps doing the same thing. And there's not a problem if you keep doing the same thing effectively, Eamon. That's the thing. He needs to make sure when he's beating his man, you're creating a shot from it or you're creating a chance from it. It needs to be one or the other. That's the thing. But easy Durag, great show, dude. Paulinho's overhead kick was sublime. Yeah, man. The Paulinho's overhead kick was serious. From an old man, is what people say. He didn't do the full acrobatic jump in the air. He just done I'm a fall on my back and I'm a just put my leg in the air. But it worked. It went in. Nobody can say nothing like that. You know, one of them ones. It's like that. But I think Atel needs a good loan in Kazakhstan. Bro, how was Tell missing the ball so much? Like, this is what I mean. This player's a confidence player. And again, time and time, it makes me question, why did we sign Tell? It looks very much like Tell's going to be a player that we're going to struggle to get rid of in a year's time. It's not a signing I can personally get behind at this point fully, like, because he's got a good base. Again, I've been very patient with him. I'm never going to say get Tell out the club right now. But again, at the same time, there's only so much you can wait to see from a player. He's a striker who can't strike the ball when it's falling to him in the box. And it's not just one time. It happened 2 or 3 times against Doncaster. Like, I expect you to be doing what Ekitike done, you know. Go score a goal. Go hold your shirt up. It might be a little bit shameless, but it reminds me when Carlos Vinicius scored a hat-trick against Marine FC and was doing the, like, yeah, go be shameless. Get your confidence up scoring against these teams, but don't be making yourself play worse. Like, don't be showing yourself up against them. It's the least you can do is score a goal against Doncaster. And it's not a good look for players like him that just got an opportunity starting another game, and it wasn't a good one. West Ham, I tried to, you know, get people off his back by saying there wasn't that much he can do. But in this game, he had a lot to do. There's a lot of ways that you can insert yourself into the game, and he just didn't do it. So Tell it's tough for Tell, isn't it? I stay up till 4 a.m. to watch Tottenham sometimes, and kudos. I rate your what's the word I'm looking for, man? I rate your commitment. That's it. I rate your commitment, man. I don't know if I could do it, but I definitely rate your commitment. We're blessed that we watch football at a normal time over here. Besides that one game against AZ Alkmaar, what has Odegaard done besides draw an own goal against Doncaster? He's even done nothing to warrant us being even more patient. I just stated, Daniel, why you got to be patient with Odegaard, man. Odegaard hasn't. He's probably played like similar minutes. I would say similar minutes to Tell, but obviously he's been here for longer. But I don't think there's very much a big difference in their minutes. Like Odegaard hasn't seen that much football. Anthony Dagger on Angels ahead. Oh, not a meltdown, just facts. He's on forward watch. Okay. I would sell both Odegaard and Tell in January, and then we're going to be left with 2 wingers short, and we're going to have to sign at least another 2 wingers, bro. We already need to sign 1 winger. Signing another, we're going to have to sign 2 wingers regardless, innit? If Odegaard or Tell don't come good, I think it would be too early to sell one of them, but I think definitely one of them should be loaned. I think definitely if they're not having the required impact that we need, we sign a left winger in January and we get one of them out on loan. Like, that's what you got to do. I'm not going to lie, Porro is becoming our Bruno Fernandes. He keeps playing the Hollywood pass. I saw something about his long ball success rate and it's spooky. And this is something I've always said about him. I've made the statement last year that he is literally Bruno Fernandes for Spurs. He does hero ball. He does grenade passes. Whenever he gets the ball from 25 yards out, he wants to shoot, and he does have a rocket on him. And sometimes it does cause a problem. Like we get a corner, maybe we get a rebound and might score from it. But he's one of those players you need him in the team because he's risk adverse. How risky he is something that you need to have, because if he's not taking the risk, then someone else won't. And you need those players around, but at the same time, he can lose the ball when you want to retain it. So there's finding that balance, and we need to find that balance with him. But it was the most dad-like overhead kick. Yeah, it definitely was. For me, Mikey Moore is more talented than Odegaard. I mean, Mikey Moore hasn't necessarily pulled up trees at Rangers now. He's not necessarily getting the right opportunities. And I did say, as soon as I saw this loan, I said, this is not going to be a good loan for him. I don't think that he's going to get enough game time. I also don't think it's a good team with a good manager. It's just not looking good, I'll be honest. He's got 1 assist, but that assist, I wouldn't even count as an assist because he just passed it to the side when someone wrapped it from about 30 yards out. He's not playing that much minutes. In the last couple games, he's had some decent amount of time, starting games, playing 45 minutes and so on, or coming on at half time and playing 45. But he's not pulling up trees at the moment. He's really not pulling up trees. And against these teams, this is where you expect him to be standing out. This is where you expect him to start showing what he can do. And like, I think he's even left. Was he left out Europa League squad? He may not have been left out Europa League squad, but he definitely didn't play in that game. So like, I expect to see him play Europa League, playing all these minutes. But Mikey Moore looks like he may not be as talented as many people once thought straight away, man. Mustafa fuck knows, but whoever done this still deserves losing their job. It was 40 mil. It's 30. I think it was like 35 plus the loan fee, so 40 all in. Definitely, we got bumped. But like I said, many times, I don't think that was Spurs' money that we spent. I think we spent the money from the Kane deal to basically say, look, just give us him and you won't have to pay the Kane money. Like, that's what it is. But by the way, to back up my point earlier, during the Brighton game, Pro completed 1 cross out of 15. He needs to relax the ball. We need to have a striker that's constantly in the area. Now, with Richarlison, this could work, but it needs to make sure you're scoring out of these crosses. I remember this being the same last season. There's 2 ways you can look at this. You can say either the players aren't making the right positions to hit the cross at the right time, or he's just crossing it too much. I would say that there's probably a bit of both. I think he does overcross it, but also I think we lack the positioning in the box to have that focal point. So Richarlison should be stepping up and being the focal point to try to be a target man at times. I feel like Tell has talent constipation. He has it inside of him, but it's just not that sounds crazy. That is crazy. I follow Rangers, my second team. It's nearly impossible to look good at Rangers at the moment. They're a mess. And that's the thing. He went into a place that's a mess. Russell Martin, who just got sacked from Southampton last season, I'm pretty sure he hasn't won over the dressing room. He's got bare people in the dressing room not happy, bare people in the squad, in the board that ain't happy with him. This is just a mess all over the place. Anyone who said Odegaard had a bad game don't know football. This isn't PlayStation football. I hear you on that. Now, let's have a little bit of a look into this £100 million investment of some sort. I don't even know what this is. We're gonna have a look into this a bit more. Lord Ashcroft's son Andrew takes over father's 3.4% stake worth £100 million in Tottenham. Says the son of former Conservative Party deputy chairman and billionaire donor Michael Ashcroft has taken over his father's 3.4% stake in Tottenham in another generational change at the North London club. A public filing posted by the London Stock Exchange on Tuesday shows that Andrew Ashcroft, a hotelier and businessman, purchased 8,023,942 Tottenham shares last Friday. The price is not disclosed, but based on recent valuations, Tottenham shares are likely to have cost around 100 million. Lord Ashcroft is a long-standing Tottenham shareholder who at one stage owned around 4% of the club. The change has been made public under 8.3 of the takeover code, as Tottenham are currently in an official offer period, with all shareholders of more than 1% required to disclose their holding. Small shareholders own 13.42% of Spurs, with Ashcroft's stake is thought to be the largest. Tottenham's majority shareholder, ENIC, of which the former club chairman Daniel Levy owns 29.88, has not sold any of its shares, and it's adamant that the club is not for sale. Levy left the board suddenly. Levy, yes, we know all about that. So, as it looks here, I'll be honest, it's a lot of business jargon. And I would imagine that what this just means is that his son has taken over his shares as the name has moved over. So he's now the owner instead of his pops being the owner. And I don't think that there's actually any impact on Spurs with this. It's just a lot of business stuff. As we can see here, it goes into a bit more detail regarding the bids by Amanda Staveley's PCP Capital Partners and the Chinese consortium led by Roger Kennedy Firework Holdings. We obviously have until October the 5th to make an official offer. So that's where the official offer period ends. But apparently they have announced that both of them will not be making a formal offer, although they remain very interested. I don't actually think, like I said, sorry guys, I'm still like recovering timing wise, man. I swear down, like been tired all day, every day at this point. But there's gonna be no impact on Spurs. This doesn't really mean much. It's just something that I come across the other day, and big up to Mr. Udang for sending it over. But I couldn't really see much else that was going on in the world of Tottenham. But what we will be doing is doing a bit more shows, getting back to the boardroom talks, hopefully sometime soon. And also we'll get E back on the channel, get Blacks back on the channel, Jay back on the channel. And we've got a few more shows coming up, but today was really just about checking in with the man them, hoping everyone's good, seeing if anybody had any questions, just checking in with the community. You know what I mean? It's been a while. Missed the man them. I hope you miss me. And yeah, man. But look, I quickly seen this. This could be pretty lit. I mean, Spurs have announced a 12-year official fan experience partnership with Sports Illustrated Tickets. As part of the agreement, Sports Illustrated, the Stories sports media brand, will become an inaugural member of the collective and new sponsorship program designed to deliver bespoke activations to every stand at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Okay, I like that. That sounds cool. It sounds like Spurs are just doing some Spurs things and trying to make some extra money. Question out of topic. Yes, this is what I like to hear. A nice little question. My opinion on the Ballon d'Or winner, Dembele. I will be totally honest and say that I think the winner deserves. I had either Yamal, Dembele, or Rafinha. Now, if I was being biased, I'd simply say Yamal because he's my most favorite player of the three. But if we're going off of the year that they had, it's probably hard to like say anybody but Dembele. I will say I like that Dembele one. I think what it does is this brings a bit more. It heals football a little bit because we've now had quite a few years where you're having it outside of the Messis and Ronaldos. We've had Rodri, we had Benzema, we've had Modric. Now we've got a Dembele. You're having players that are actually achieving stuff, win it, and it being deserved for what they've done in this most recent year, not for them just being the best player or the most talented player. I think it was very close, and whoever won it would have deserved it. Dembele had the most impressive year when you talk about stats, when you talk about his come up, I suppose, because Dembele, remember when he was the £128 million signing over to Barcelona? It was a massive deal. And then he had all the injuries and he just never became the player that people expected him to be. At PSG, at home, really, because France is his home, he feels a lot more comfortable and it seems like he's made it that. It's his home. He's taken over. Do you know what? Props to him, man. This is a big Ballon d'Or for him. I think it's huge for the African community as well, because obviously he's an African descent. So having that part about it is huge as well. And it means a lot just to all those people that show, like, if you've been counted down and out, you've had a big opportunity, then you've been knocked back and people think that you're done. He's showing them that you can come back and still win. So I think it's a great story. I think it's a great story, and I'm fine with Dembele winning it. I do hear what you're saying, Ghosted, with regards to never rating it. I do think there's a lack of consistency in the awards itself, but hey, it's one of those ones. There's always going to be a lack of consistency in award shows. There's always going to be a lack of consistency in the way that they rate these. Like Kane being 13th, I thought was crazy. I have to be honest. Kane has consistently been disrespected. And even at Bayern, when it was Lewandowski, people were saying he has to win it. He has to win it. But Kane's doing more than Lewandowski. He's doing better than Lewandowski. Bro, the guy in 67 matches has 9 hat-tricks. 67 Bundesliga games, man, has 9 hat-tricks. He's already in the top 10 for hat-tricks in the Bundesliga in 67 games. He's probably going to finish within the top 5 without playing 100 matches. Dude, I don't think people are deep in how crazy what Kane is doing at Bayern. He's scoring 40, 50 goals. Bro, Palmer was above Kane, bro. Pedri should have been higher. Pedri should have been higher, innit? Most definitely Pedri should have been higher. But I get Pedri's one of these players where if you're not watching him week in, week out, you probably won't appreciate him as much as many others do. That's just a fact. But Palmer being in 8th? What? Because he won the Club World Cup? We're going mad. Kane should have been higher. I mean, we're seeing all these guys that win things just get on there for the fact that they won, Where's some Tottenham players on there? I'm not saying we deserved it, but if we're doing by trophies, like, shit, throw me a Sonny in there, you know what I mean? Just to get a little nomination, like, give me a little top 20, you know what I mean? But no, on a real note, I do think Kane's been done dirty year in, year out, man. Big up to my guy, Jun, who says, Durag, we back. Big up and miss the shows. All right, come on, man. I've been checking in. Don't worry. The edit, man. Survived the Ange Ball. I've been seeing all the little edits. Is that another J edit I'm seeing? Is that a J Dwayke? Is that a J Dwayke edit? Is that a J Dwayke edit? The fact he's won it before Haaland and Mbappe is crazy. You know what? He's older than them. So really, that's what would have been expected when he was younger. Now, the fact that he won it out of nowhere in front of them is mad. But when you talk about the year that they had, Mbappe didn't deserve to win it last year, nor did Haaland. Haaland could have won it a few years ago, but I think he was ultimately stolen by 2 seasons ago when they won the treble. It wasn't Rodri, it was Messi because he won the World Cup. So it just got dark. Like, everyone, you had to give Messi that extra one. Like, he had to have that extra one. So now Messi's got 8, Ronaldo's got 6. One of them ones, like, it just had to be done. But not saying Kane should have won, but 13 from Palmer above Kane for winning preseason tournaments. That's the thing, Ghosted, isn't it? But hey, look, we have been seeing the quotes. Kane may be open, or Spurs do have a first refusal option next summer. And Thomas Frank has made it very clear we would accept Kane with open arms. And I'm not going to lie, shit, it's been a few years. I forgot about all the stuff that went on. Bring Kane back, man. Come back home, my boy. Come back home. Come win something over with the Frank engine because we are all aboard. You know, one of them ones. But he might do. He might do, John. It might be 7-5 instead of 8-6. It might be 8-5. I know my goat has way more. Let's quickly check that. Yeah, you're right. It's 8-5. It's 8-5. CR7 has 5. Yeah, I'll be real. Messi shouldn't have won that 2023 one then. It's only because he won the thing, but 8 is crazy though. 8 is mad. How did the Arsenal squad who was scoring goals against Tondela and Santa Clara, how did he get best striker award? Do you know what? I actually think the best striker award generally goes to the player that scored the most goals in Europe. It's like the golden shoe, ain't it? So I don't know if it was because of that. I don't know if he scored more goals than Kane has. That's why he got it. But otherwise, I generally just think Kane's disrespected because he played for Tottenham because he's English. Kane's not one of those players that do a fancy celebration. He doesn't talk too much. He doesn't say this. He doesn't say that. There's not been no big, I want him by teams. No controversies. That's why I think if Kane had more controversies in his life, he'd be rated a lot higher. But because he's so plain Jane, because he's so plain Jane, people just don't take him in. So it's unfortunate for him ultimately. It is, but part of the game, innit? It generally is just part of the game. But yeah, man, look, I think it's nice to see Dembele win it. And we got Rodri. And now next year, I mean, the expectation would be Yamal, Haaland, and Mbappe. Is there someone else that's going to come out left field? Who knows? I'd love to see. But look, people, that's going to be the stream for today. Just a nice, quick check-in, check-out. We are back as well later on today with the prediction show, so make sure you're there for that one. And then away from that, we'll be checking in tomorrow morning, doing another stream. But we're back today, so look out for the prediction show. Myself, D, Dean, Hooks, and Ends, Endsman TV, Famzone TV, Halftime Hooks. We're all going to be doing prediction show again. A bit of chaos. Make sure you join for that one if you want to have a laugh. And then away from that, make sure you're also showing some support to the sponsor of the channel. That is now Match Bingo. As it says there, you must be 18 plus, a UK resident, and please gamble responsibly. Scan this QR code. You download the app. You type in your email and stuff. Then when you deposit, tap the promo code DRD. You put £5 in, it will give you £15 in your account to play with and have some fun. Do that today during the Europa League games, and you might be up for winning the jackpot prize. So make sure you guys do that. And look away from that. Big up, check in, check out. And until next time, people.